Hi. Just a second here. Good morning. Good morning. For some reason I'm not even able to turn on the Instagram, so hang on for a second, guys. Okay, all good. Wait. Okay. All right. For some reason the Instagram wasn't working, so now it's all good. Good morning, good morning. Caroline, Kiki, Queenie, Eileen, Jenny, Vivian, Debbie, Jenny, Pauline, Josephine, Stacy, good morning. Queenie, hello. Marcus, morning. Oh, so I see some of you just switched from Facebook to Instagram. Okay, tell me the difference of what you feel like. Is it better on Instagram? Hey, from US, Hara Becky, thank you for joining in. Morning. Is it better to be in Instagram or is it better to be on Facebook? I mean, the view, the loudness, the clarity, which one feels good? Morning, Kitty, Esther, hi. Peter, May, Jessica, hello. Hi, Joey. Okay, so, good morning. And Aniv Yogi Day Esther. Oh, Esther. So I should call you Esther. Hi. Prefer Facebook. Okay. Any specific reason why you prefer the Facebook? Here somebody says IG volume is better. Is that so, Eileen? Just happens to be on IG, but the vertical screen isn't as nice. Prefer Facebook. Can review again and again. IG. Okay. So we've got like a 50% vote on both, like 50% IG, 50% on Facebook. Yiptamda, morning. Hello, you, morning. So when I see the two screens, both on IG and Facebook, I see that IG is more spacious, like it's more wide angle. Facebook is a little bit more compact. However, I am using one of these on the Facebook, which is a mic. It clears ambient sound, and I'm not using that one on my iPhone, which is now connected in to the IG. So Facebook might have a bit better quality sound, just to let you know, but just if everything is clear, it's great. And then I use another device, which is an iPhone. So I use three devices. I use an iPhone where this mic is connected in order to cut down the extra sounds, and that is usually uploaded on the YouTube, and that is horizontal, so the space looks a little bigger. But again, your personal preference. Yeah. So today's class is balance, right? So balance, by this word, when I hear it, the first thing that comes to my mind is that I have to do a leg balance, or thank you so much, Hara. I don't really think, am I doing a leg balance or am I standing on my arms doing different balancing poses? The very first instinct which comes into my heart is the balance which we create in our life between dualities of nature, extreme of each sides, doing more of this versus doing more of that. How much we need to get into our discipline versus how much fun we should be having. How much we are supposed to eat and how much we are supposed to diet, how much exercise, how much rest, how much yang, how much yin. This is the main part of the balancing component when you're going in from for your daily lifestyle and looking at it as a part of your integration with the cosmic self in a bigger picture, not just being limiting to a balancing pose. So ideally, if I have got to take a balancing class, like a yoga balance to me would be a balance of all different aspects of a human body and mind. I know that most of you are over here loves to do posture, and I don't want to disappoint you all. We'll be keeping that related to the posture and body balance as in general, which is the usual definition of the class, which you might be thinking. And yeah, we'll keep it that way. But a real balance yoga class, I'm not saying body balance here, I'm saying yoga balance, which is the name of the class. I would have the combination of asana. And when we are talking about just asana, good morning Vinci. Asana also have got different components of balance. Balance of flexibility, balance of strength, balance of going into backward bend versus forward bend, inversion versus standing poses, and so on. So there is a huge lot of different aspect of just asana practice to keep it in balance. And not to forget, when we are talking about yoga balance, personally I would go for a 15 minutes meditation, 15 minutes pranayama, and a 30 minutes of body balance, which is related to the asanas. That would be perfect as per as the harmony and mental balance is concerned in the practice. Okay, so but since we all are looking forward for going in with basic balancing practices of body, we'll keep it to that today. Choose your options, work hard to the extent it comes to your body type. Options are always provided. You might want to go for a step forward or a step back to make it simple. So I think we are 6 minutes down the line for the introduction. Let's get started. And we are opening up tomorrow. So the number of live from my side would be reducing slightly because my schedule gets really very packed, almost working 6 to 7 days, or most of the time is 7 days a week. So, but I'll try my best to keep up a more frequent online classes during this phase until things are back to normal, because I know that many of us are not from Hong Kong. Lots of us are from Singapore, from other countries. And also, even though we have opened, we are limited to just 8 people per class, which would also restrict many of us to book online, right? So keeping all these aspects in mind, I'll try my best to keep up with the online classes, a bit less than what I had been doing lately. Eileen, good question. No, so I was about to upload it later on, that the classes which I'm doing on Friday and Saturday would be changed to sometime coming week, because I'm starting to work on studios from tomorrow itself in the morning. So yeah, I will post that out on the Facebook and also the Instagram after the class finishes. Okay, let's go. Comments are off for IG. Hang on for a second, I've got thick fingers. Let me try turning off the comments here. Okay, just swipe out to your right side on the Facebook and you'll have a full open screen. Okay, leave it. Okay, here we go. So, harmony of balance is the integration between our physical body with the activation of different hemisphere of the brain, right? So, when you're working with the right side of your body, it is being controlled through our left brain and vice versa. And in order to bring a deeper sense of balance, in your practice, one of the best things which you can do is to have your nadi shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, on a regular basis. It balances the emotional and the logical side of the brain. It balances the way we see perspective of life. Again, it might take time for most of us as a beginner. Around 15 minutes of nadi shodhana is usually very helpful. The shoulders might start to feel a bit heavy or numb. But as the practice goes on, it's get better. I'll cut off the pranayama for today because of the time limitation, but remember, I personally, if I'm doing the practice, I would start with like 10 to 15 minutes of nadi shodhana, and then come into the asana aspect. Also, when you're doing your leg balancing poses, if you have got flat foot, that means the curve over here isn't really elevated. which can be genetic at times, leg balancing would become challenging, and it is often suggested that try to have 3 connected points, not 4 corners, but 3 connected points of your foot down to the floor. The ball of the big toe, the ball of the little toe, and your heel. These are the 3 points which would help you to control and sustain the stability of leg balance. Just some basic introduction which might be familiar to most of us here. And if you have got a flat foot, well, I have a flat foot on my left side, my right side is okay. So what I try doing is I draw my ball of the foot slightly towards the heel. So instead of extending the feet out, I draw the ball of the foot back, and then I grip the mat, spreading the toes. So I create a kind of manual arch. I really work to build that arch, and then I try standing and feels that those 3 contact points are a lot more stable. Yeah. So I try that out. Let's get started for today. Bringing the feet together, palms in prayer, centering the focus. Let the breath be your guide for the next minute. Feel that swaying, that sense of calibration which your feet are doing in order to sustain the body in one straight line. Feel the balance of energy on your left and the right side, which would be felt mostly on the legs as they're working right now. As you elevate the awareness, also start feeling that on your upper body, on the shoulders, onto the palm. Take a slow, deep inhale breath. And a full exhale out. One more inhale in, slow. And exhale it out. Cosmic unity through one chant on Om. Inhale. Namaste. With eyes open. We get started. So feet are together. We stand first on the right foot. Lift the left knee up to your chest. Interlock the fingers underneath the shin, rather across your shin. Find stillness on this form first, as the shoulders are back and down. If you fall off, that would be quite often for the next 45 minutes that you'll be falling on or off. Take a part of the learning journey. And if you start feeling stable, start to build up clockwise rotation from your ankle as if the toes wants to draw a circle down the floor. Starting to work with the ankle flexibility and stability through the grounded leg, and then reverse it to the anti-clockwise. Good. And then come into a stop. Release the foot, switch side. Standing on the left, lifting the right up. Interlock across the shin. Find stillness here. And then begin to rotate if that feels good. Or you might just want to stand still and find your way to be steady. And reverse it. Our gazing point creates that sense of proprioception. That means the awareness of the body being on the space. Slowly stop and come back. Release. So whichever practice you're doing, if you want to add on challenges, closing eyes greatly helps that. But yeah, most of the balancing practices becomes a lot more harder if you're doing that, okay? And just to let you know, in case you want to add on, bring the feet together once again. So 5 rounds of Utkatasana. Every time you're coming up, lift the heels up, coming on the ball of the feet. Ready, hands up by the sides. Inhale, bend the knees, lift up the heels. Raise arms up. Super high heels is the key here. Exhale, come back, release. Inhale, 2, bend, reaching up. High heels, exhale, release. Inhale, 3, heels up, arms up, sink low. Exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale, 4. Lift up the heels, squeeze the knees into the midline. Exhale, release. 5, inhale. And we are holding it for 5. Deepen down the squat, knees hugs in together, heels lifts higher. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back out, exhale. Nice. Now separate those feet at a hips width from each other. Check that they're parallel as you're looking down. Interlock the fingers and inverted hand comes in the crown of the head. We are doing a mountain pose with a twisting. And the focus here is to reverse the breath as we are twisting and try continuing to lift the heels higher. So take an inhale here. Exhale, come up on the ball of the feet, twist to your left side. Inhale, come back, center. Down with the hands on the head. Exhale, come up and twist to the right side. This can be challenging. Inhale, center. 1 round. Exhale, twist left. Arms are back. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Draw arms back. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. 3 more rounds. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Twist deeper each rounds. Lift high heels. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Arms back. Inhale. Last one. Exhale to the left. Hold it. Roll those arms backward. See if you could start twisting and lift the left heel higher up. So you want to look behind. And come back. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Come up and move to the right side. Turn back. High heels. Strong arms. Strong legs. And inhale, center. Exhale, release. Shrug those shoulders a few times. Back. And then forward. Good. Joining the feet together once again. 1 more round of Utkatasana. Holding and then squatting deeper. Inhale, raise arms up, bend the knees, lift the heels up. Look down. Check that the knees are together. Check that the thighs almost wants to reach parallel to the floor. Lift the heels super high. For 3, higher, 2, higher, 1. Count of 3, squat all the way down. 1, 2, 3, and stay on the ball of the feet so the heels are still up. Hug your legs. And all that sense of balance of the feet working as the heels are up. One more breath. Great. Relax the palms down. Step your legs back and come into all fours position. Check those vertical lines. Knee to the hip, wrist to the shoulders. With a neutral spine as the shoulder goes back, on the next inhale, stretch the right arm forward and the left leg back and up. And then as you exhale, bend the left knee, take the right arm back and grab your foot. Now that's where we start to integrate the balance on the left arm more. Begin to push the left foot upward. Roll the right shoulder back. Activate the left quads and start pushing, finding some gentle backward bending sensation in this pose. And to challenge the element of the balance here, shift your left shoulder forward. You want to push that left leg 1 more inch up. Good. Inhale, extend the right arm forward, left leg back again. Pause there. Exhale, draw the right arm to the right side. Bend the left knee out towards your left shoulder. If you have room, extend and straighten that left leg. If you don't, it's fine to keep it bent. Just for a few breaths. Lift that left leg. Good. Inhale, extend back to starting position, arms forward, leg back. Exhale, relax it down. It also warms up the shoulders, yeah? Take a deep breath. Switch side. So, you want to make sure that your toes are untucked. That's when you're working with more core stability. Once the toes tucks in, the legs comes and assist. However, if you're feeling that is a required practice for your level, it's okay to do that. Inhale, let's go. Left hand forward as the right leg goes up. Bend the right knee. Reach the left arm back. Grab the foot. Roll open the left shoulder. Push the right leg. Check again. The left shoulder rolls back. Engage the right leg. Push the foot high. The shoulder goes forward now. Be steady. 1 more breath. Shoulder up, left shoulder, right leg high. And then inhale. Starting position. Left arm forward, right leg back. Stretch the left arm sideways. Bend the right knee in towards your shoulder. Lift it high. And then if you have space, extend. If you don't have, keep it bent. 2 more breaths. Active right leg as it lifts higher. And then extend back your right leg. Left arm shooting forward. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back down. Take a deep breath. Exhale it out. Let's take a down dog. Paddle the dog. Releasing the back of the legs. Widen the shoulders. Sink in to stretch those back legs. 1 more breath. Let's take a short vinyasa here. Plank coming in. Bring knees, chest, shin down on the exhale. Shift up into a baby cobra, rolling the shoulders back. Take a back bend for the next 4 breaths. Choose the height of your own cobra. Hug the elbows, shoulders are wide for 2 more breaths. And tuck toes under, push back up, down dog. Step right foot forward, inhale. Step in the left foot, exhale, feet are together. Lift halfway, inhale in. Exhale, bow forwards, fold. Grab the opposite elbows, this is the first forward fold. Relax there. Knees bending. Starts easy and gentle into the posture. Good to do so if you're struggling. One more breath. Good. Release arms. Sweep up in Utkatasana. Inhale. No holes here. Straighten legs, palms in prayer. Exhale. Relax the hand. Take 2 breaths. Great. Feet comes in together. Let's follow a similar pattern with 1 level higher up this time. Round on the right foot. Take your left knee up to the chest. And this time, keeping the hands in prayer, straighten the left leg forward. So those hip flexor. Short holds. Bend the left knee. Take it back into a warrior 3. Again, a short hold. Any variations of your arms, stretching forward, back, aeroplane wings, reverse namaste, choose. 1 more breath, squaring those hips. Now look down, reach the right fingers towards the floor, but not to the floor. Open up the left hip, and raise the left hand up. Now if it requires you to get the right finger fully down into a half moon, do it. Now you're going to do a like unsupported version of a half moon here. Open the left pelvis, still looking down, maybe looking out to the left side if you're feeling steady. One more breath, raise the left leg high. And come all the way back up and standing, palms in prayer. Relax, exhale. And if you fell off from that last posture, not a big deal. That was the third posture of the sequence and it was challenging. So take it just as it comes. Keep trying, it will stand one day. Let's begin the other side. Palms in prayer, bring the right knee up to the chest. Keeping the knee high, extend the right leg forward. Good, bend it, shift back, warrior three. Create that arch on that foot I just did with a little adjustment. Arms, your variations. Legs are strong, gaze is down, neck is long. One more breath. For the half moon, now start stretching the left fingers down. The right arm goes up, reaches backward. You want to open the right hip. So not really a square hip, but open hip. So the right toes faces towards the right side of the room. One more breath. Open up. And palms in prayer. Come back in standing. Inhale. Exhale, release. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. One more breath in. Breathe out. Raise arms up. Breathe in. Fold forward. Breathe out. Lift halfway. Breathe in. Step back. Dog. Breathe out. Now, we are going a two-limbed downward facing dog. And for this, first, keep the right foot as it is and raise your left leg up. Now you might be tempted to shorten your dog and do that only if the right heel is not fully down to the floor. Hips are squared. Option 1, come on the right fingertips. Option 2, reach the right palm back next to the right foot and stay on the fingertips. Third, grab your right ankle with your right palm. A lot tricky. Remember, it's both the right foot and the left palm stabilizing that balance. Lift the left leg high. Keep both legs strong. Last breath. Good. Set your right palm forward and down. Set your left foot down. Vinyasa, plank, inhale. Exhale, knee, chest, chin down. Cobra, reach up, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Let's take 2 breaths here before we switch side. My left calves are tighter than my right are, so my left heel doesn't really ground that naturally. So that's the condition for you. Shorten the dog very slightly. The closer it goes, the easier it becomes. So unless you feel that, oh, I need that option for sure, yes, that's for you then. Ground the left heel, lift your right leg up. Come on your left fingertips. Second option, reach the left arm back, stay still on the fingertips. Third, reach and grab in that ankle. Strong legs. Steady arm, steady foot. Lift the right leg, one last breath. And back to starting position. Put that foot down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale up, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. Now step your left foot forward, inhale. Step in the right foot, feet together, exhale. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Choose any forms of your arms in that forward fold, which feels great at this moment to practice. Now it'll just be a soft approach, or you might want to add on. Take a moment to warm up those hamstrings. The next practice would need that. Last breath. Good. Release, sweep up in Utkatasana. Inhale. Straight arms, straight legs, prayers. Namaste. Relax the hand. Deep inhale. Exhale. One more deep inhale. Exhale. Right, so moving on to the next sequence. Options are there. Check them out. See if you wish to have blocks next to you this time. You may need. Ground on the right foot. Bring your left leg up. Come into a half lotus. So bring your left heel close and high up to the pelvis. You can choose to push the left knee back using the glutes, or you can just have your right palm grabbing to your left foot and your left palm in prayer. Or maybe both palms in prayer. Choose. One more breath. Short holds. Bend the right knee, fold forwards and reach the floor. We are not holding that. Squat all the way down to a toe stand. Lift the heel. Maybe one hand, maybe another hand on a block, maybe both hands. Take your time. 3, 2, 1. Put the palms down. Now listen carefully. Halfway up, extend the left leg forward and get seated. And let your left fingertips grab hold of the left big toe. Your right hand is on the right, next to the right hip. And your sitting bones are not on the floor. From there, see if you could reach both your palms to your left foot. If not, just one palm. And finally, if it works, try lifting that left leg and start folding down. Touching in. Good. Squat down fully. Bring your sitting bones down to the floor. That was tough, wasn't it? Grab hold of the left big toe, right big toe, and open up into a blossoming lotus. Kamalasana. Good. Bend your left leg. Bring the right leg in the center. Put your left foot on top of the right upper thigh. If you have enough range, you can wrap your left arm back and grab your big toe. I don't have, so I would prefer instead to have both my hands grabbing into my right foot and start to straighten it. And maybe even pulling in and reaching through. Three more. Good. Release, bend it. Set your right foot up on top of the left foot. If you don't have a lotus, put the foot down. Put it up if you're fine with it. Palms next to the hip. 2 blocks for Talasana. Choose. In case you're doing with the half lotus, your foot will be down. We'll push down to lift up the hip, and that's all. Okay? Let's get ready. I'll hold this for 10 seconds. Knees up. Press the palm, lift the hip and pull it back. Shoulders down, neck long. Five. And down. Great, release those legs. Tap the knees. Roll ankle. Cross the legs. Down dog. Step it back. Other side to go. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, step or jump forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Relax, 2 breaths. Ready? Other side. Whichever part of the previous practice felt difficult to the body, take it a bit slow. Remember those poses and try to, instead of doing it as a transition connecting from one to another asana, after the session is over, you might want to just select it individually and work 2 to 3 sets. In transitions, forms are always challenging because it uses those muscle groups constantly back to back. But as they relaxes and you're working with only picking one particular asana which was difficult for the body, it gives a stronger connection to feel the pose, and that's from where growth happens, and eventually we can do it in a series as well. Okay, let's go. So left foot standing, right leg up, half lotus. Push that right knee back. This is my weaker side, and if yours too, that's okay, just give your best shot. Left palm grabbing the right foot, right palm in your chest, or maybe both hands. One more breath. Bend the left knee, fold, reach down. Straight away into toe stance, so lift the heel. Squatting down. Right palm, maybe the left palm, maybe on a block, maybe just one palm. Three, two, one. Down, push the floor, lift halfway, extend the right leg out, grab hold of the big toe, sit down. Maybe this is your final form. On the left fingertips, right hand holding the right toe. Maybe using a towel to wrap that right foot. Maybe using both hands. Slowly staying or folding. Bend the right leg, squat fully down, get seated. 3 fingers to right big toe, to the left big toe. Open up. This can be a break. Bring the legs towards the center. Now bend the right, put it up, half lotus. Grab the right hand from the back, get the toe, or grab in your left foot and straighten it up. Taking it slowly. Two more. Bend. Lotus or half lotus. Tie it up. Talasana preparation. Palms next to hip. Lower the shoulder, round the back, push and come up. 10. Straight arms. 5. And down. Good, release out the legs. Ankle roll. Knees taps. Lie down on your back. Let's do a couple of V-ups. For the length of my legs, which are usually quite long than my torso's length, if you can see, if I do a forward fold, my forehead just reaches here. For people those that have long torso, the head can reach all the way forward. So for the length of my legs, V-ups are quite challenging for me. And for some of us, it might be very easy So if that's an easy practice, try each time to reach the fingers all the way to the toes, especially if you have that hamstring flexibility. We'll be doing 10 of that, so lie down. Raise arms overhead, inhale. Exhale, come all the way up to Navasana, reaching high. Inhale, slow, coordinated return. Exhale, 2, reach up. Inhale, go down. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Hip flexors, yeah? Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale, heavy legs. Keep going. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower back down for 5. Arms overhead. Biceps with ear. 4, 3, 2. Inhale, up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hug the legs. Take a deep breath. Exhale out. Now let's try out basics of a tripod headstand. Now, you don't have to go into a full tripod today. We are not really aiming for a full inversion unless you're experienced. You can do a crow, transit and tripod. And you can actually start doing that now itself because you know what I'm going to speak if you're experienced already. So you can do as many postures from tripod as it works for you, as I take a minute's time for the explanation. And for those beginners, stay with me here. Your palms should be ideally shoulder width distance. What we are doing today, let me first demonstrate so you have got a better expectation of how you need to move on. I would mount up my knees, and yeah, that's a teddy bear. That's our peak pose, the final posture of the inversion, not final posture of the session, okay? Inversion, so I'll just stay here. So, width of the palm, shoulder width. Point of the head, if you're new, your measurement of going from the ears to the fingertips and from the nose intersection doesn't work for everyone. But what works all the time is put a block on top of the head and check that the block is horizontal. So the block is a little bit diagonal. This is not a good position for the neck. You want to keep the chin slightly up. Now you can see my block is almost parallel to the ground level. And this edge is exactly straight, not down like this. So where the block is in contact with the head is the point of the head which goes down to the floor. This is the amount of separation which should stay between the chin and the chest, because that would create more engagement at the back of the neck and the neck doesn't feel pain. Okay, so remember this position, the point of the head and the chin, how far away from the chest it is. So 2 factors, width of the hand, point of the head, both set. Third important factor is how far shall I put my hand in respect to the head. So we want to draw an equilateral triangle. 1, 2, 3. Equilateral triangle. Head, palm, palm. How to get that? So sideways, you know, it should be shoulder width. I put the crown of my head exactly at that spot. I see that it is shoulder width distance, so for wideness wise, I've set it up. Now I check this angle in between my lower arm, my upper arm. The angle in between my lower arm and upper arm is around 80 degree. Yeah, you heard it right, it's not 90, it's 80. Why? Because once I lift up and I begin to walk closer, my shoulder blades come closer to each other too. So my elbows go forward and eventually it already gets into that 90 degree. So as you set it up with the knees down, check that it's an 80 degree. Okay? So from there, 3 things are being met. As I walk in, beginner maybe just try putting one knee on top of the upper arm today and stay here. Yeah, this is fine. And if it works, try pressing into the palm. So you're pressing into the palm, and then you try to lift the other leg up. Let's hold this for 10 seconds. If you're doing just 1 foot, stay there, don't change. We'll do 2 sets. Okay, as you want to come down, push into the palm, put 1 foot down, and then the other, child's pose. Ready for one more set. You can do a crow or a 1-leg crow. Go up, tripod full, come back down, crow, side crow, up leg crow. Your practice, whatever works for you. I'll stay with the beginners here. So crown of the head down. Set the arms angle 80, sideways it is shoulder width distance. Knees up, walk. Lift the other foot up first. Beginners, just hold it. Remember, chin away from your chest. Maybe the other leg pressing into the palm. If the chin stays away from the chest, the head stays fixed at a point. And you don't tend to have a feeling of rolling back because the neck is steady. 5 more. Good. Press down, 1 foot, then the other foot. Child's pose. One deep breath. Sit up, please. Chin away from chest is an important cue there. Once you get that right, the neck starts feeling the load and becomes so much more stable in order to go up in a full inversion. Right, so let's lie down on our back. Feet comes together. Palms next to the hips. Come up into a shoulder stand, raise the legs, support the back. Bring those elbows closer. Stay there. You can do a candle by bringing the right palm on the right thigh, then maybe the left palm as well. Maybe just one palm. Lengthening up. Change one palm if you're doing with one. Support your back. Half lotus or a full lotus, right leg, only right leg, or maybe both legs. Knees up, same, one palm or both palms. Support the back, switch the legs, half lotus, maybe just 1 foot or both. Change the hand if you were doing one arm only. Push the knees away from you. Support the back, straighten the legs. Bring the elbows close to each other. Lift the shoulder stand. Let's go in a bridge, so bend both the knees. Relaxing the extension of your wrist. Bring 1 foot down at a time. Change your wrist position. I like to wrap it to the side. This gives me more space. Go for straightening those legs. If you want to wheel, this is the time to go up in a wheel. Stay or lift your left leg up. You can do the same reveal. Change leg. Bend legs. Slow and gentle exit from the pose. Rest in a butterfly. Relax the shoulders. Take 2 breaths. Straighten the legs. Insert your palms underneath the butts. Press the elbows down. Lift the chest, bring the crown of the head down. Fish. Next option, lift the legs up around a 30 degree. You can do it with the palms outside or inside. Separate the legs, bring the palms to the center to extend. Creates a little balance between left and right, the weight of the legs. And slowly exit out. Roll the neck from one side to another from the head. One part which I still like to release at this moment are the hip flexor. So lean your body on the left side. You can do this by all means from sitting also. But since you're doing just one leg, I think it's fine to just go from recline form. Fold the leg and bring it in. If you have got big muscles on the legs, you might want to do it from sitting. It works better. Bend the left leg. Push into the left foot so your hip goes slightly downward. Do that one more time. Push, sink the hip a little downward so that will allow the right knee to keep going down. Now take your left foot on top of the right thigh and let the left knee sink down. Hands in cactus or anywhere it's comfortable for you. There isn't any much of physical integration of balancing over in this pose, but it's balancing that idea of using the muscle groups, condensing, making them to really work, and then after that, releasing with a good stretch. That is how rehab happens for a particular muscle after we have used it. Ample stretch is necessary. The body recovers fast, its muscles performance, overall body's performance gets better. Good. Set your left foot down, lean on the left side, take the right foot out. Switch side. Fold the left. Use the right foot to draw the hip downward. So your left knee almost touches down. Touches down firmly. Take the right foot over the top of the left thigh. Let the right knee sink. Like you're doing a half lotus on your right leg and a hero on your left leg. Any hands position which feels good. Close your eyes in this practice. Three more breaths. Set your right foot down, push down, lean a bit to the right, exit out. thread the needle. Right ankle on top of the left thigh. Insert your arms from under. Reach the shin, bring the knee into the chest. Release those hips after having done all those leg balancing. Use lots of glutes. And yeah, the hero pose releases the shin as well. We also use a lot of shin, the tibialis anterior muscle, the front of the shin. Hero, great to release knee joints, ankle joint, the shin, all these three being the major components as we are working with leg balancing. Release and switch side, left ankle on top, looking through the space and drawing. You want to send your left knee away from you, pull the right knee in towards you. Always keeping in mind that after you have done a practice, see the body, feel it. Which other areas have I used the most? And the ones I did, can I take some time to really have a good release on those muscle groups? As just being said, the performance improves. The body should feel light, not heavy. It does feel heavy, and if you're a regular still, probably the counter stretch at the end of the practice is less. Well, if you're a beginner, it would stay with you for first few practices for sure. Release it. Wrap the right leg over your left into eagle. If you don't have a full eagle, you can just do a half. Send your hips to the right, bring your legs to the left and the head right. This is a good release on the sideline. The outer glutes, the obliques, and of course a lot in the back. And whichever part of the body you're feeling from a particular stretch, that part of the body is more tighter than the other parts. So right now I'm feeling my glutes. What I feel the most is my sideline. Probably for some of you it might be just glutes, maybe a bit of back, maybe not sideline, and so on. It's different for everybody. Come back, switch, left leg over, knot it, shift the hips to the left, bring the knee to the right. Surrender and relax now. Breathe on that stretch. Chin over head, eyes are closed. And back to center. Give a hug to the legs. Roll side to side, maybe making some light circles to massage the back. Opposite side. Take a gentle right turn, come up and sitting. Okay, a proper Shavasana for 8 to 10 minutes is recommended after this. Again, as was being told before, you can choose one or two poses or more from the sequence and see if you want to work with them for a couple of sets. Bring the palms in prayer as we close the practice. My bow, my gratitudes to all of you for being here today with me. Light in me connects and bows to the light within you. Namaste. Okay. So Instagram, I'm turning it off. It's 30 seconds off, and it will be off automatically. You might want to join on for the Facebook for the next part of the closing practice. Well, the closing is just basically nothing much. It's all about taking good care about yourself, self-nourishment, proper healthy food, more love around you. Thanks, Melody, and I'll see you guys soon in Instagram, and bye-bye. Vinci, thank you, Lily. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining in. You can put in the comments if there is anything you want to know about today's practice, or if there is doubt for any other aspects of your practice in yoga in general. The number of classes would be starting to reduce down, which are online. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Jibo, Rolina, Winnie, Magesh, thank you, Vinci, thank you. And yeah, please continue joining in all of the group classes. I know it's hard to actually book right now, but something is always better than nothing, right? Thanks, Vivian. Something is always better. Like we are just having 7 seats. We need to queue up for really getting into the classes on time. But everything is temporary. Everything is gradually going to come back to normal. It has already initiated the start. So let's be positive. Let's be hopeful for this change. Keep up your healthy practices. And if you are not able to do the group class because you can't book in the classes, go back to the Facebook. All the videos are actually still on the Facebook for Pure's official page. I know, very hard to book the class. I have heard about it since yesterday, and that's normal. It's like connecting in with a lottery, right? Lucky draw. Yeah, I understand that. But here it is, like all the classes are still accessible on Pure's Facebook, on my YouTube. All my personal classes are being uploaded. So Yoga Samrat, I have already mentioned it. Although we are reducing the number of online classes, but the resources to continue with the practices always stays on. So all what we need to have is that instinct, that drive, that I want to still keep practicing wherever it is, from whichever sources it might be, and will be true. Thanks for joining in. I hope that you have enjoyed today's practice. If you have got any questions regarding the practice, feel free to leave a message over here, or you can contact me directly on my Facebook or my Instagram, Yoga Samrat. Instagram is a better platform. Facebook's usually, sometimes the messages gets lost for some reason because I have many over there. So yeah, thanks for joining in again. Go ahead for switching on to other classes. Pures are still having some of the great classes going on online every day. Watch them, enjoy, and stay healthy. Take self-nourishment, self-care, and may peace be with all of you. Namaste. Have a great day. Have a great night if you are going in to see or viewing this channel from any other part of the world. Thank you, Aline. I'm going to miss connecting with you guys too via this platform. I'm sure that we all will be back to the normal flow soon. Let's be hopeful. Have a great day. Bye-bye.